Hey, everybody. This is Mark. Mark is one of my students in my Campbellford group, and on this particular day, we were outside doing some in plein air. And I was looking around for an interesting subject. You know, I was thinking about painting the river, I was thinking about painting the town on the other side of the river, but Mark kind of struck me as an interesting subject. And for those of you that know me, know I don't do people very often. I know how to do people. I've taken all the university level anatomy courses and figurative drawing and painting. I just not a big fan of doing it. But this particular day, Mark kind of struck me as a interesting subject matter. So I thought I would so this is just graphite. So I thought I'd just pick up a big bold piece of graphite on this giant piece of watercolor paper and just have a go at doing a figure drawing. And this is me just sort of laying in some real rudimentary marks with a big giant graphite stick. I'm drawing in his book that he's drawing in right here, but I'm not trying to put in any detail. I'm trying to make this very much expressionistic, and that's the style that I seem to be leaning towards today. Is I'm going for more of an expressionistic style. I'm going for more of a style where I'm not spending a lot of time doing thumbnails or any kind of background work. I'm just going for it, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to just pick up your art supplies and just say, I'm going to do this, and not worry about doing all of the other sort of the work that we normally do to get to a finished piece. In other words, the measuring, the thumbnail sketches. This is just strictly expressionism, and I really like expressionism because it allows me to just get out there and just try stuff and not worry about failing or not. This is a big chunk of charcoal that I have. This is like a 2B piece of charcoal, so it's fairly dark. And I'm just putting in some highlighted or maybe some low lighted areas that I think I want people to think could be a little bit darker. And you see I'm wearing my gloves. It was pretty cold this day. I think it was only about 4 degrees Celsius really. It was pretty chilly. So I'm smearing this around a little bit. I'm just making a couple of marks. These are some shots of me doing the work. These are done by Mark's wife, Heather Zach. And Heather had taken quite a few photos of me while I was working away there on the ground. There's me looking at you, checking you out. Smudging some stuff around here again, trying to get it smeared. I'm not really a big fan in expressionism of keeping things. I want them to be a little bit hazy, a little bit foggy, a little bit messy. What? What are you looking at me funny for? So, are you saying I should be afraid?
I saw her sneaking up on you with her scarf stretched out around your neck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mark. Sometimes we're just trying to have some fun in art class and have a bit of a laugh. This is me with a big 1.5-inch brush and some blue Sennelier blue, and just sort of laying the blue on here in a suggestive manner. Like I'm not trying to define any area. I'm trying to suggest maybe something blue in the background. I'm trying to suggest that Mark's wearing blue jeans. I'm trying to suggest that there's some color in this particular picture. So I'm trying to be very moving very quickly, alluding to things, not worrying about being exact replicas. This is more about the emotion of what it is that I'm seeing and the way it is that I'm seeing it, or the way it is that I'm thinking it maybe. And so, here I'm putting in some big, bold, these are not detailed lines, but you can still tell that this is a person. And so there's some trees in the background, but I'm sort of alluding to trees. And that's what expressionism really is about. It's about expressing yourself expressing the way that you think and you feel about that current point in time or that current place in history. And you see here, I touched the blue in his hat, and I sort of mucked that up. That wasn't what I was going for. So I'm putting a little bit more dark blue into his jeans to differentiate between where the jeans are and where the jacket is. So you see that just blade out there. It's time lapse, so it blade out pretty quickly. But I'm just taking a tissue and I'm just cleaning that up really quickly. And then I'm going to grab my brush here. I'm just getting my brush, getting some more water and some more paint on my brush. And I'm just going to, move that around and pretend that it was supposed to be there. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you learned anything from this, or you thought maybe it was fun, please give me a thumbs up. If you're currently a subscriber, I thank you very much. And if you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel.